chill. Welcome to the world of Harthron. I'm your host, storyteller, and dungeon master, Bilbo. Tonight we continue with our 5th episode of Pirates of the Golden Plunder. This is a homebrew campaign set in my world of Harthron. And let's just go ahead and why don't Ozichar, you want to recap 2 weeks ago episode, our last episode?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
So we were just eating in a bar, right? We just left, or were we heading back to the bar? Oh no, I got it. So we went to find Handsome, and then Collin came to find me at the bar because he knew that we were at this bar. And well, he was hoping to find everybody else, but he just found great Ozichar hanging out by himself at the bar that he had a wonderful time out with his comrades. And then he wanted to boss me around because he's our leader and everything, and wanted me to come find Handsome with him because he technically lost him because he decided not to come out with us. So he didn't keep track of Handsome. But I wasn't going to have any of that because I was hanging out with my friends at the bar. And so, as he ventured off, he realized, oh, there's Handsome and the rest of the group. They were coming down from the path to our right outside the bar. And as they came to join us, we got heckled by some people from... What's the ship called?
The Cursed Storm.
The Cursed Storm. And that was not fun. They wanted to take Handsome for the night and dine with him and then trade him off in the morning.
They wanted to take Handsome for ransom.
Yes.
But Collin wasn't going to have any of that. Ozichar thought of it as an invite to the rest of the group to come and have great dinner time with another captain. But at the end of the day, we didn't budge. And I think it was Risna, yep, the impatient dwarf, can't be too eager, so she rushed ahead and wanted to fight, and this dude whipped out his weird whip and threw some flame strikes at us, or whatever it was, and we started battle, and as the battle commenced, Collin thought it would be a great idea just to run back to the boat with Handsome. So he grabs up Handsome off of his tiny little feet, says, "Let's go." As he gets halfway down the street, he realizes there's an alley, and there's a bunch more of the gang waiting right there. Much more powerful gang, too. And so we started to fight on 2 fronts, which is never a good idea. And then Orcman, brave Orcman somehow, starts running after the dude with the whip, after we had killed the little minions that they had brought along. And the rest of us went to push the other side to help with Collin. And as we got over there, Collin decided to have a mood change, and normally he would want to save him. He decided, let's just give him over now.
I didn't have a mood change.
That's what it seemed like.
So, Ozichar was kind of pissed because I was already planning to go have dinner with these great pirates. And decided to whack him a few times with his mace. And then Risna helped defend against Handsome getting picked up and guarded the bar door. And then, who was it? Was it you? Right after the caravan? Made them all, retreat back?
No, that was me.
No, you were running on the other side.
Yeah, hitting
Somebody-
the caravan.
You're going the other side.
Other side.
I'm
I was
talking about.
flanking the
who-
caravan.
But we put some of them to sleep. Or we put one of them to sleep.
I didn't
Handsome put one of them to sleep. Then they kind of got scared by
City
something.
guard started shooting.
That's what it was. The city guard started to show up, so they didn't want to get their hands dirty.
And neither
And
did
leave
the
it to-
Half-Orc,
leave it
so
to
he left
us.
too.
So we retreated back to the tavern, blocking the door so Collin couldn't get in. A couple seconds go by, and finally Collin comes to his senses and realizes that he almost did a terrible thing and gave him over to his enemy. Then
Wow.
Then the city guard comes and
This is an excellent summary.
then the guard comes in and we're like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of dead bodies here. They tried to take our friend. Our friend was nowhere to be found.
They're not dead. They're just.
No one knew he was hiding in the crate inside the bar. So a couple of them started healing up the people. I went into the bar to talk to the city guard and negotiate a reasonable cost and paying for a round of them and some silver pieces. They let me go. And while we were in there, a couple of our friends slipped out and just left. Except for our one friend that we were saving during the whole combat, Handsome. He was just hiding in the corner in some boxes. And then I don't know, who found him?
Eryn.
Eryn was lucky enough to stay there and found him. And so she brought him back to the ship. And now we have left Freeport
Resting.
and are sailing into the deep blue sea.
Yeah. So, would you like inspiration
Dice.
Okay, inspiration die. All right. Here you go. Hand that to him.
Yeah, I'll put that in my dice tray.
All right. So our would-be pirates just set sail from the port city of Freeport, which is on the northeast continent of Coran. Heading further north to the colder waters versus most ships sailing south due to winter is upon us. After an hour of rowing, Captain Draven calls all the crew onto the deck of the Golden Plunder.
Can we all fit on the deck?
It's a huge ship.
Really, like half the crew's gone now.
Bilbo, did you say we're sailing south?
No, you're sailing north.
We're going ice.
Everybody else is going south.
So last half the crew.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I thought we were going south. Keep going.
So Captain Draven comes at top and says, well, all the other ships head south to attack merchant ships, winter stores. We'll be heading north. But not to Nomdorica, as most people, and especially our rivalries in Freeport believe. We head to Storm to find lost treasures uncovered by the Ganor Empire. I have 13 maps in my possession that the Empire never received, as this ship never made it to the Emperor Hoagland into port. If we find each of these treasures, all of us will be rich, even beyond a dwarf's dream. So our plan is we will sail towards Nomdorica. But once we get to the coastline, we then are going to turn westward and head to Storm.
Yes, we have a very long journey then, don't we?
Yes, we do. And a cold one. And a dangerous one at that.
Why is it so dangerous?
We're going to icy waters. Very cold.
Because we're on the water, that's why it's dangerous.
So, what's in Storm besides treasure? What did the Ganor ever fight in there?
Giants.
He never fought.
I know he didn't fight, but his groups must have came and fought.
No. These maps were actually sought out throughout the world. And they were all together. They were supposed to make it to the Empire.
Was this in the chest?
But this never... Oh, the chest that I dropped off?
Oh yeah, you dropped it off, didn't you? Well, was it part of the chest that you dropped off and you just took the maps out?
Partly, yes.
That is a good question, though. What type of civilization is on Storm?
It's the civilization we'll be dealing with are Northman tribes. There is a kind of a pirate outpost along the way that we will stop at.
I heard there were giants in Storm.
Yes, there are giants, there are dragons, there's frost giants and cloud giants that live, storm giants that all live on Storm. There's white dragons and black dragons that live on Storm. No red ones as it's too cold for them. No green ones. But we may face some black ones just purely because we're in Garena waters. So.
Did you say cloud giants?
Huh? Yes, cloud giants. Cloud, storm, frost. We could experience, we may encounter any of those.
Any like
The last treasure we will seek is on a place called a small island called Iceheart,
we heard about that in town. It's good stories.
where there's a very old dragon living.
Okay.
And but the map I have is a way underneath her lair, but that's for later. That's the last one we go for.
Are the other ones all on Storm?
Most of them are on Storm or islands off of Storm. Yes.
Oh, it's the last thing I want to hear. I want to land and stay there. Don't do that.
I apologize, but no, we will be going to 13 different locations.
And
All by boat?
Well, a lot by land, a lot deeper into land. So, but some are right along the coast. They're not, but there's a couple that are deeper.
That's good. That's the only good thing I heard you say so far, other than killing giants.
There'll be giants to kill.
they'll call
I'm
us
sure.
the Pirates of the North Pole caps after this.
No.
Because I'm sure we'll all have icicle poles in one place or the other.
We have plenty of winter gear to keep everybody warm. But this is even new to me. And it's supposed to be a cold winter.
That's what I heard a lot in the news lately. Coldest one in 100 years.
Yes, exactly.
More tense.
All right.
This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, handsome. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And no one's going to try to capture you ever again.
Lots of new people to meet.
Well, we may not be meeting that many new people. So,
More like seeing.
New creature.
yeah. New things, new creatures. Yes. People, not so much. Other than a couple of fishing villages and one pirate village. But hopefully we're the only pirate ship that will be docked there at the time.
So we're not going to be raiding any like civilized villages, right?
No. I don't raid villages.
That's what I figured. You know, I just wanted
We
to
may
throw
not
it out
even
there.
run across a ship.
Northmen do, don't they?
So the Northmen do, yes.
So we just raided the Northmen, like they raided someone.
Well, that's
In
not
order to
our
stay
plan.
fresh, we should
That's not what
probably
we're doing.
fight with your Minotaur.
I'm sure he looks over at you. He only fights when he has to. So
Well, I mean, it would be good training
He's
for
gonna
a
have
dwarf
to.
to fight a bigger creature than herself, since she's been fighting little mini hers her whole life.
he goes, I don't want to fight you.
But it'd be like a little fun contest, like no bloodshed, but like, you know, blunt end of a weapon. Just use blunt weapons, yeah.
I use an axe.
I know you do. I see it.
Blunt axe.
He doesn't like to fight. I'll fight in his place.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hans.
Uh-huh.
In a nice way or otherwise?
Yes, please. Please, let's try to keep the roughhousing at a minimal. Let's not get anybody's feelings hurt, Captain says. So he will tell his Mikhail to set sail to the southwest corner of Nomdorica. And
How day long trip is this? to Nomdorica?
To Nomdorica, it will take about a week.
And then the next one, like 3
Couple
days?
weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah.
We're not going to the Edge of Storm? Like, there's no treasure on the Edge of Storm? We're just going straight into the Heart of Storm?
No, we're going to the edge.
It's that long to travel?
It'll probably take a couple weeks, he says.
I think we have to go halfway around the world.
We're traveling safely through icy waters. Probably better. It takes a couple of
The
weeks.
whole thing is just terrible.
He will ask, actually, the quartermaster. Not the quartermaster, sorry. Where's my first name?
How about Blogtar? Does he want to fight?
Oh, Carlsberg. Yeah, I'm sorry. Carlsberg will say, is there anything that you guys want to learn how to do on the ship? That you should learn?
Yes. Absolutely. I don't know what it is yet.
I want to learn how to navigate.
I'll listen to
Yeah.
him.
Well, yeah, so Collin's learning to navigate. And if you'd like to learn to navigate, that would be fine. Mikhail can show you.
I want to learn how to find land and go there directly.
I'd like to learn how to make the boat steer by itself with oars. So I no longer have to. I want to learn how to set up a rope mechanism.
Well, then you could talk to the shipwright, Middle Splinter.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, that's a thing?
Well, I mean, he creates. He's not necessarily that's a thing, but maybe you could talk to him and
Me and Middle Splinter are going to be
figure
good
out
friends.
figure out a way to have the ship row automatically.
Do you have any people who speak Northman? Because I do. And, not that I couldn't learn something while I'm here, but I'd be happy to teach somebody how to speak Northman.
No, we don't. So, no, we've never gone this far north.
What do giants speak?
There's
Giant?
Northmen in town.
Giant.
Are you serious?
They come
You speak giant?
here and there.
If
Yeah.
no one else knows how to talk to giants, I'd like to learn that. To someone on the
Same.
ship, maybe?
Yes, I'd like to learn how to speak giant.
We don't have anybody.
The Minotaur doesn't speak giant. What the hell does the Minotaur speak? What do you speak, sir?
I speak what you speak.
That's lame.
I didn't grow up around giants or my kind. I grew up around people of your kind.
Not my kind, that's for sure. We would have killed you.
No, to be honest, I knew more dwarves than you would think.
That's true, because even one would be more than I would take.
Well, there's definitely more than one. A lot more.
Show me how to find land.
All right, so a lot of you guys, I think you're going to be spending time with Mikhail, and he's covered in black robes,
Oh, we forgot that, didn't we?
and he's you see that he's like blue skinned. He has bluish horns, bluish black type horns,
Big.
and
What? One horn.
huh? No,
This is the Tiefling.
this is a tiefling. So
I'm gonna probably end up setting like a healing station up. Anyone gets sick.
and you'll learn that he joined the captain at the Mikhail Islands after the crew lost their former helmsman in Eryn to undead Manicore. So you'll learn that.
Wait, what?
You'll learn that they lost their former helmsman in Eryn to an undead Manicore.
Related to Cleaver over here?
No.
That's how they found Collin. So, oh yeah, that's my friend's Manicore.
Why would anyone
I have no idea. But yes, that's where Collin did join. Collin joined them at that.
You're trying to get me to quit playing.
Mikhail,
that point.
maybe he was following Collin. Mikhail, who's the most bloodthirsty in the crew? You?
I do think it's good to fight, pretty regularly and keep our blades trained. Are there others who are interested in doing that?
Oh, we're gonna make them interested.
Well,
in the right direction.
You and I could start it and just offer some entertainment.
Hey, magic's allowed on me.
Carlsberg would just say, "No, we don't fight on this ship. No,
Why not?
Just I'll be slaughtered.
Keep you on your toes. Keep you ready.
I'm on my toes."
Everyone is.
Training is good.
We'll
When
just
we
wait for the
train is
dragon.
when we actually have to take a ship. That's when we train.
That's called an
So I don't need any more training. I know just
You're done
exactly.
training, huh?
I know exactly how to use my hammer on somebody's head.
I think what the captain's trying to say is we don't want people wounded in case we see another ship. Or if something attacks us.
Well, I'm not suggesting we all beat each other bloody and useless. Just a couple of us.
I volunteer the orc. I'm pretty good at that already.
Good point.
Well, I'd like to learn giant or draconic.
I'm only gonna fight you guys when I'm allowed to use
Roll
my
initiative.
Huh? Okay.
She just pulls it out.
I'm about to use my magic then, because you're just attacking me.
Go ahead.
I got initiative of 5.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling in on this. Someone wants to beat up Samir,
22.
I'm gonna do it too.
Hey! Fellow Morgulon bar, why are you
Yeah,
helping
that's
me
right.
out?
I'm in.
Because you start this on your own.
That's a 15
Wait, what?
initiative.
No,
All right.
this is gonna suck.
Samir,
Wait,
I heard you wanted to learn how to swim.
Oh, she missed with that first swing. That's so sad.
oh, you rushed at me?
Oh, she went at you.
Wait, were you first in initiative though?
Yeah. 22.
Yeah,
She's a
22.
rogue,
Oh
man.
yeah, I forgot you're rogue.
Then what is
I'm 15.
I'm a 5.
All right. So Risna, what are you doing?
Alright, I move up to him and I bash him with my shield.
All right.
What is that? You're gonna hit?
Get on the ground!
Wait, what's the position? We need.
No, we don't.
You're right in each other's
Oh, so
faces.
they're both
man.
right
Each other's
next to me?
faces. Yes, they just went after
They just
you.
said what they did.
No, I'm gonna miss.
All right, Dramire, what do you do?
Okay. I'll let them both get an attack of opportunity. I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Yeah,
I'm trying to knock you down again.
Someone roll initiative.
Oh, that's gonna get you, man.
Oh man, Risna falls on
22.
her butt.
Oh, she falls.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate being on the ship.
So what do you-
It's always slippery.
AC 22
Yeah, it hits.
for 14 points of damage.
What do you mean? Yeah. No.
You let a rogue get a free attack of opportunity with
Okay.
sneak attack right
I
there?
back-
Like, good.
I back up 30 feet and
Bill, I'd like to
let
cast
the
mine.
blood of Morgulon wash over you as just this blood geyser spurts up around you two.
Alright.
Both of you need to make a dex save.
Oh no. Are you sure?
Yeah, dex. Oh wait, I forgot your roll. But still, Risna's gonna take a run at this.
I'm an 11.
11.
Alright.
That misses.
18.
That makes it. But you still take half damage.
Half damage. No fair.
Why did it have to be
Just like
blood?
play training.
You take 6 points of damage, and then Risna, you take 13.
And then what is Handsome doing?
I'm casting minor illusion that Dramire is soiling his pants as everyone's ganging up on him.
Wow! That is just so rude.
All right. And then Carlsberg, what's going on? This is enough. What are we doing here?
Training.
He used magic in a bar fight, so they're settled in the cause.
I'm on my ass and he's using his.
All right, enough. Understand, Dramire?
Yeah, they attacked me.
Whatever. Whatever. Sure. I doubt. Risna, did the orc attack you first?
I'm on fire or something. What's look at me?
Yes. What did you do?
I used magic after he attacked me, and then there's none.
Why are you using magic on our crew?
But because they
Because
attacked
he
me
needs
first.
blade training.
What do you mean? They didn't attack you first.
Yes, I did.
I attacked him. Absolutely. He needs to learn to use his blade when it's important. Like in bar fights, when they're going to gang up on you if you use magic. Right? So what should you be using in a blade fight instead of magic?
Lash him to the mast. Be done with him. Our frickin' masthead is a dead orc.
That would be scary.
That'll put some fear into our enemies.
It doesn't sound that bad. Carlsberg says. All right. Enough, though. We need to get going. And so, you guys will continue sail. As I said, there's no one here that's... I don't know, any of you guys speak Giant or Draconic?
Cardoma speaks Draconic.
So I know maybe you spend time with Handsome because he wants to learn.
I'd like to learn Giant and then Draconic.
Well, there's no one that speaks Giant. Oh, actually, I take that back. Carlsberg does.
I got Draconic.
Alright.
Yeah,
Can you
so
teach me?
yeah, Carlsberg says he'll teach you Giant.
Me too.
I think I'll need Giant first.
He says I agree. Yes.
Dwarf. I'll sit in on some of that too.
All right.
All I want to learn is how to say surrender now.
Yeah, he'll teach you that, and he'll teach you about just some in a sense, fighting them but from below, hitting them in the back of their legs and stuff. He'll tell you some maneuvers to get around them and stuff like that too. That will take some time, but yeah.
I don't need any of that. Can I get the short version just to talk to him?
Yeah, he'll be doing that too at the same time, but teaching Ozichar and Risna
Whether you want to or not.
how to fight. Well, as you sit there and he'll talk and he'll tell you insults, different
Perfect.
different ways to insult the giants and he'll say that he's only really fought some hill giants and one time a stone giant in the pits, but there was a bunch of them together when they fought but he's killed a hill giant on his own, he says, in the pits, in the Ganor pits, but they also had a stone giant once, but there's a bunch of them that got to kill that thing.
He's pretty tough, though, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk to Cardoma while he's teaching those lessons.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm down to learn Draconic too.
I might as well just start teaching a class and charge you at.
In Draconic, I want to learn how to say we surrender.
And so the week goes by really uneventful, just sailing at sea. You guys learning different duties on the ship, different tasks. You learn a little bit about navigation, probably a little bit about just basic putting up the mast and stuff like that, taking that down, pinning it down, some rope, tying some ropes. So you guys spent about the week of that. And then one of the nights, you guys have probably been on for about 6 days now, and it becomes the water becomes very fogged. There's a lot of heavy fog in the air, mist this night, and captain basically says, stay slow here. And one of the bow lookouts says, "Land ahead, Captain."
Is this a couple days later after the fight?
Huh?
Is this a couple days later?
Yes, you're all better. So
This is a week later, but
yeah, it's about 6 days later here. I believe a ship, Captain. I believe there's a ship ahead.
Is it land or is it a ship? Which one is it?
It's both.
He goes,
Land ship.
Captain, I believe it's a wrecked ship
Told you.
on some rocks. And the captain will, Captain Draven will say, set anchor here. We'll set anchor here and we'll maybe investigate this in the morning. He'll say, Collin, get your crew ready, and in the morning, hopefully with there'll be less, at least less fog, hopefully, and you can take your crew on a couple rowboats and see if there's anything on this wrecked craft. I don't want to get too close with the ship.
Okay.
do we really want to spend the night next to a wrecked ship?
You guys are further away from it.
Oh,
You're not that close.
I don't want to get too far away and not know where it is, but
Yeah. No, but you guys set
sounds crazy.
You guys set anchor out in the water, deeper in the water. So, and you guys can't even see the land. You're like, what is he saying? You're
How
like,
does he see?
how does he see this? You don't see the ship. You don't see, you don't see any of that.
Miguel, how come I can't see the land?
And in the morning, it's still a heavy fog. But you do hear the laps of the water on the rocks. You do make off probably about 100 feet from where the boat is, where the ship is. You see this wrecked, it's called a cog. So a ship that's wrecked on top of a rock that basically comes up, protruding through part of it, like maybe the center of the ship.
So the ship kind of like went up in the air and landed on top of it?
Yeah, that's exactly kind of what it looks like. Maybe it was just crazy waves or the water.
Or something underneath the waves.
yeah.
Yeah, or something underneath the waves. But you
Maybe
see
the
that
Elven
off.
was killed by a Manicore too.
Alex,
Yeah.
put this on the edge of the map.
So like right here.
Yep, up a little farther. Yep, there you go. Perfect. All right. So you guys, and still, you just make this out a little bit with the mist and the fog is still here. It's a white fog. If you guys want, go ahead and load up on the rowboats.
Nope.
But the two heroes on different boats.
I probably should have learned to swim.
What's the other
No, Risna and you don't go on the same boat, man.
I knew there was
Who
something.
you got on the first boat?
You.
Huh?
You, dwarf.
Or Half-Orc.
Half-Orc and Cardoma.
And then the rest of us on the
You
rest.
roll what again?
On
I'm
the
a
boat.
sorcerer.
So we got a sorcerer and 3 fighters basically on
I'm
the
a
first
cleric.
boat.
no, sorcerer, cleric.
Oh, you're a cleric, not a fighter. Okay, sorcerer, cleric, and 2 fighters.
I can-
Alright.
And just keep
This is-
Quiquay, of course.
And who's on the
Quiquay.
second?
Oh yeah, that's the lady
Off.
from at Hampson.
Is she with us?
Oh.
No, she's not.
I didn't think so.
No,
And
she stayed
Quiquay
at
is not
she
out there.
stayed at the tavern.
We never found out what happened there. We kind of cut off short. We didn't know that she stayed there. What?
Yep, she never went to. She ended up staying at the tavern, talking to the guards, keeping them distracted. So
Okay.
And that's that.
And who's in the second one?
The other 4 people. Eryn and I.
Yep.
Ozichar
Okay.
and Hanson.
Yeah, let's let the orc lead. That's
Eryn.
All right. You say we're not taking Quiquay with us?
You're on
No.
the same boat as me.
No, he's gonna stay on the ship.
That's even better.
Yeah, he's not here by now. He's on the
You learn to
he's
see.
not
You learn to swim.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to everyone that's on my boat and give them some motivational words.
Please don't.
I'm all ears. You're not on this boat. Haha.
Slow row over there.
You're on the boat.
Yeah, you guys definitely take slow rowing over there, anyways, because one,
We're on the other boat.
it's hard to even see. It's so with the
Oh,
fog,
we're on that boat.
the morning fog here on the water.
Is this one of our 13?
The captain says no. Don't know what this is. If there's Collin, if there's any, just look if there's any treasure, any loot that's valuable, anything valuable. Take it off the ship, bring it, put it in the boats, and bring it back.
Okay.
See if you can figure out what happened to the ship.
Okay. Take a look.
So
Who's in the boat with me? Listening to me.
Ozichar.
Eryn and
Eryn.
Alexianna.
Yeah, Eryn and Alexianna.
Okay, Bill, I'm using my inspiring leader while I'm over there. So all of those people get 7 temporary hit points.
okay, 7 temporary.
Yeah, but that's. Do you think it's gonna take 10 minutes to row over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah, all of them get 7.
so it's Ozichar. Who else?
Alexianna and Eryn.
Alexianna. And here. All right, perfect. Got it. All right. All right. So as you guys are rowing up on this here,
Yeah.
yeah, it's broken. There's spots where you see, there's broken parts on the side where water probably is poured in.
This is our future, crew. Look at it now.
The mast is all just ripped and shredded. And a couple of masts are torn up. There's still a crow's nest up above on the one that's still kind of standing there. But yeah, so half the rear of the ship is kind of even half of it's in water, and then the front of the ship is sticking up upwards into the air, probably good 20-30 feet up, as it's as this ship is just kind of anchored on top of this large rock that's jettisoned from the water.
Y'all know what does not happen on
here's
land?
Question.
This.
The rocks, they're dry up there?
No, they're wet in the sense that there's water splashing and
Okay,
stuff like
is
that.
there like a lot of algae on them? Like, I guess what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if this was something that was suddenly thrust up from the water and it's got all the stuff on it like it had been sitting underwater for a long time, or if this was just a regular dry rocky crag that just gets beaten by waves kind of wet.
It's definitely wet. There's algae on it. It doesn't look like it's dry. No.
Okay, but there's two kinds of wet. If you're
There's 2 kinds of wet. Go ahead, give me 2 kinds of wet.
okay.
Wet and moist.
So, like, if you've ever been to Hawaii and you've seen the rocks,
I've never been to Hawaii,
Okay,
but
well-
I've been to the Philippines. I've been
all right,
to
then you've seen
Cuba. I've seen
where you've
plenty
got the
of wet
rocks that are like you've got like reef rocks that are sitting out on top that don't have any slime or algae in
They
them.
just have slime and algae.
So the slime and algae would suggest then that this was the rock that was down underneath the water and something thrust it up.
There's slime and algae on it.
Okay, are we at high tide or low tide?
Right now, you guys are at low tide.
Okay, so it could be because it's at low tide. Okay, that makes more sense then. All right.
Sure.
So high tide could mean that ship was. I mean, is there a water line that you can see where the algae stops, like a line that would say, "Here's where"?
No, not on this. No, and there's other rocks. as you guys get closer, there's other rocks that are sticking up as well, and they have, in a sense, some algae on them, some are not. And then the shore is not. It's just the shore is just about another 100 feet. You can see, and it's more of a cliff and rocks. It's very jagged here. It's kind of. It seems like, yeah. Why would a ship get this close?
So, next question. Looking at the damage to the ship itself, does it all look like it came from hitting the rocks? Or does some of it look like it may have been where something large may have grabbed hold, whether with suckers or with like a giant squid or something, or teeth marks or something like a giant whale or something else has grabbed it?
So yeah, approaching it, it doesn't look, in a sense, on the outside of it. And give me actually an intelligence check here.
Intelligence or investigation?
Give me intelligence.
No, that's not going to be very good. My investigation is better. Where's my D20 right here? What does that say?
19.
19 on the die plus 1 is a 20.
Okay, good. So there's nothing in the sense the outside showing any sort of damage on the other than some holes, and maybe that's from the rocks. Doesn't look like some beast. There's no shark bite. They're like large creatures biting the ship or anything like that. It doesn't
look like they're crushed in, like something might have grabbed it or anything.
No, not from coming in. At least in the sense as you guys are approaching it, looking at it, you don't see anything like that.
What about on the other side? Should we go around to the other side?
So how dangerous does it look to even go near this thing?
With the rowboats, I mean, as long as you guys, because it's low tide right now,
right?
You guys can kind of get in there, and it looks like it'd be safe because
the water's not very choppy right now.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
like
It's
we
morning,
so we could
early
dock
morning.
up on the.
Yes, you could dock up on side of the side of the
How hard
boats.
does it look to commandeer the boat and just keep going to shore?
That's not happening. It's split almost like basically the ship is split in half almost on top of this rock.
I'm gonna mend the boat, guys.
So you're talking like
A few thousand.
like a good 20, 40 feet that this thing is sticking on top of this, where the rock, you can see actually the underneath. As you get closer, you can actually see between two rocks that is holding this thing up. You could actually, it's not, maybe the smaller the rowboats could actually fit through underneath the hull of the ship. Yeah, so it's literally sticking up. And like I said, the rear is in the water, like halfway underwater. And then the front is completely out of water. So
it's not. So it's more like it. Bill.
Cracked in half.
So is it more like this?
Hold on, here we go.
So it's put this on. So it's like this, where it's basically
Where's the okay.
So part of it's underneath, like this part is underwater.
Yep.
Over here, you could actually take a small rowboat and go underneath it. And it's sticking up in the air.
Okay, so it's like it went like this and slammed into the rock.
Yeah, and it's suspended now on these two rocks.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Makes a little more sense.
Like I mean, yeah, it's crazy how it looks.
Okay.
Basically like going up a roller coaster at the beginning.
And it just got stuck in that position.
Yep.
All right. So let's roll over and tie up by the by where we're underneath in case we have to duck underneath and for whatever reason. I just like Collin likes cover.
But 100 feet beyond this boat is land, right?
Yeah. choppy. There's rocks. Yeah, cliff face.
But we're here not to investigate the land right now. We're here to investigate the ship first.
You can swim it, Risna.
Wasn't there something about hags?
You speak for you, I'll
ships,
speak for me.
Yeah, I
encouraging
think
them
somebody heard that. Yeah.
Encouraging them to smash into the rocks. I mean,
Yes, I'm pretty
That's
sure
where we
somebody
are,
heard a story like that. Not sure who, but somebody in the group heard something
Yeah.
like that. I think it was Cardoma and Risna that heard about that.
No.
hags smashing or encouraging or trying to attract.
Yeah, we read something about there being hags trying to attract sailors so they can smash the ships and kill them
into
near.
rocks.
Maybe they just want good sailors.
Are we?
If you want, guys, go ahead and move the boats to the rope. Nothing happens.
Are we near Nomdorica?
Yeah. Yeah. You believe
I don't know. This might be it. Cat, good thought.
Oh, we dropped.
You see a light tower.
there is no light tower.
Good
Well,
thought.
it
I
could
think
be
this is not where they're talking about that.
we can,
It's, if there are hags and there sea hags.
if they do it at night.
Billy, can you also
We didn't see
adjust
it. We didn't see
camera?
a layout last night.
Isn't where you see anything in the night.
Billy, can
Yeah.
you adjust that camera?
Maybe, right? Let's be careful then.
Perfect.
Do you want to maybe try to sneak in?
You go to the
You
part
just
that's
say,
out of
Sneak
water.
ahead to the boat.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. You know, stick around
Is
this
the captain
area.
with us?
No.
Yeah.
No. He just asked you
And when
guys.
we're approaching this side, does it look like something pushed it from this side?
No, it
No
doesn't.
dents in the wood?
Huh?
No dents in the wood, no broken planks on this side
Uh,
that didn't hit the rock?
just the ones that look like they probably hit the rocks.
All right, who's up for jumping around?
I'm jumping off this floating thing as soon as I
Alright,
can.
I'm gonna go in.
I'll stay in the boat.
Really?
Put me on the pseudo land right now.
There's no land.
No,
there's
come
rocks, and there's
Yep,
slippery.
that's
We don't know
that's
what's going to
land.
be in there.
I'm alright.
Yeah, then I can jump on it if it's in the water still.
And what happens if it's in the boat?
Then.
Come in.
Billy, will you put this on the board? Out of the crow's nest, Alex.
Oh my
But
god.
he's serious. He's not just saying outcomes.
Put it towards wherever Cardoma is.
We were right.
Ship's
Whatever
bigger.
Cardoma is. Oh.
So this out of the crow's nest from above
Comes a
soars down this blackish crow. Except as he comes close, you see his feathers are tattered. He's like soaked in blood.
Oh wow.
And you also see like his skin is rotting. You see parts rotting. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Did I get off the boat yet? Or am I
Billy, you're
still
such a
on?
poser.
You can put Risna off the boat.
Thank you. Thank you.
You put Risna
Wow, we're
on
the
the.
same.
Can you put
You're
Billy? Can you put
such a
Risna on the ship?
Risna?
Yeah.
But I have a higher dex than you do.
Thank you.
Roll off.
No.
This is a number, not an ability score. It goes off of ability score.
No. And then it goes off a number.
All
It
right.
goes off a roll off.
Is anybody above a 20? No one? All right. 16 and I
18.
rolled
my
No.
17 first.
18.
So.
No. 18. But I have 13 dex. He has a 12 dex. So I go first.
That's not necessarily
Yeah.
how it goes.
I say we impose roll off.
You can never roll off.
Okay, the higher number wins.
Yep, that's fine.
Natural
He rolled a
20.
natural 20. That is so.
Cardoma's a 7.
Wow.
So Ozichar, Dramire, and then Cardoma.
17.
But
17?
Alexianna goes before them because she's a 19.
Oh goodness. All right.
Nice.
The boys.
All right, perfect. Anybody else above a 16 or 15? No. All right, 11 to 15.
14.
14.
14. You want to go? Who wants to go
I don't
first?
really care which one goes first. Well, Collin's on the boat with the crow.
Fastest
Colin
Yeah.
can
form.
go
All right.
first.
Well, first, she's in the second boat.
Yeah,
All
I'm on the second
right.
boat.
What is Risna and Hanson?
10.
Fastest boat on the ship, 13. Fastest dwarf, I should say.
13. Perfect. Got it. All right.
You are on the ship.
So first, this crow comes just screeching down on at Cardoma, and it tries to bite him.
Yay.
And your AC, Cardoma, is
Grand 11.
ooh, that's gonna be easy to hit you. All right. So he takes a bite out of you.
Expected no less.
Just goes right at your stomach and takes a bite into your stomach for 10 points of damage.
Oh!
However, oh no, you don't have that on you. What's your hit points, Cardoma?
16.
Ooh,
Oof.
minus 10.
That's
What's your
harsh.
your armor class is 11? You said.
Yep.
Ooh, that's funny. All right, and then his claws try to scratch at you, at your face,
Go for it.
What?
and hits.
Oh.
And hits. Both of them just scratch into your eyes. Right at your eyelids. Scratch into your eyes.
No.
And you're going to go down.
Wow.
I need to look something up. I need to look at my strength of the grave trait.
All right, perfect.
Oh, I have that too. Oh, wait, no. That's on a different character.
Do you guys have the Adventures Guide? I think it's called.
Yep,
I'm down
Xanathar's.
within 5 feet of him. I was
Xanathar's guide.
Yeah.
No, especially since you jumped off the
You need to
boat.
make
He's
you need to
came,
make a charisma
yeah, he
save.
came at the back too.
Anytime
There's things at the back of the boat.
Sorry, Bilbo. Just give me a moment.
No, go ahead. Save your life.
Because it depends on how much damage you took.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, like,
I'll
half.
give you that.
You have to make a charisma
Strength
save.
of the grave, Bilbo. When damage reduces you to 0 hit points, you can make a charisma saving throw DC 5 plus the damage taken. On a success, you instead drop to 1 hit point. So what's the damage I took, Bilbo?
Oh yeah, hold on one stop. That'd be the total after you. This is the what amount after you go down, right?
So
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if the first claw doesn't drop me, then
Well, no, it doesn't.
Then it's whatever the second claw, it's whatever's added.
Yeah. So the second claw. So.
No, it's just in total damage on the second claw.
Is it the total damage on
Yep.
the second? Okay, then it's gonna be
No.
8
You
or
really
9
checked it for
points.
me once.
so I do a DC 5 plus 9, so 14 charisma. Oh man, that's pretty ugly. And plus 6, pretty good odds. 22.
Nice.
All right, there you go.
So I can only do that once, so I'll be at negative 15.
All right.
Hey, but you're awake.
However, I need you to now go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ready. Plus 4.
Or no, actually Dex. Sorry.
Oh, Dex. That
Yeah.
sucks. 8.
8 total.
Yes.
All right. So right now, yeah, blood is coming from your eyes. You can't see. You're blinded right now as the blood's pouring into your eyes.
Jeez.
Why did it go for you?
Alexianna, you are up.
Damn! I say.
You're in
Alright,
the
so
other boat.
I am going to. Yeah, I know I'm on another boat.
Huh. Leroy Jenkins.
Do I? Okay, so in order to get onto the ship proper, the wreck,
Yep.
I can move and then jump to like where this middle is.
Yeah.
Here? Okay. So I'm gonna go. She's just pouncing. She's gonna jump to there
Okay.
and try to land on this nice slant.
All right.
And is there any portion of this that is kind of cover?
No.
Like higher, lower, any of that kind of thing?
They're on the high part. Or actually, sorry,
I'm on the high
you're
part,
on the
right?
high part. They're on the low. So no, right now you don't have any cover. You would have to get
So I
to
have
basically next to Risna. There is because of the deck. They're on
Okay.
like Risna's on the top part of the deck. So there's a rise in this.
Okay. Oh, I got you. So it's the ship is like this. She's on here on top
Yeah.
of like a back deck
Yeah,
or whatever.
back deck.
And up
There's
here.
stairs going up where Risna's at.
Okay. Got you.
So-
So if I went down there, there'd be some sort of cover.
Yes.
All right. Otherwise, up here, like up in the upper portion, that's more floating up in the air.
Yeah. So there, there's also some. There's stairs going up there as well. So they have 2 sets of stairs. There's an upper
Gotcha.
and down.
Up to a forecastle kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So I'm gonna see if I can duck behind the forecast behind the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just try and stealth. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
17.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. And she'll take a shot at this scraggy, nasty bird. And
Yeah, it's about 4 feet in height. Just it's big, black crow. Just nasty looking. It smells horrible.
All right.
Cardoma.
So
Yeah.
Smells like rot.
AC 23.
You hit.
And 13 points of damage.
All right, you want to put 13 on that, Billy? All right, nice. All right, are you done then?
Yes.
All right.
I'm done.
Ozichar, you are up.
Bonus.
That's cool. How far is it on the sky?
It's right down at it's the face of
It's basically on my face right now.
yeah.
In your face.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Alright, so within 30, I'm gonna shoot a hand crossbow at it.
All right.
It's gonna be 18 to hit
That hits.
for 2 points of damage.
All right, put it on. All right, that's Ozichar. Dramire.
So, I'm going to
Be a cleric.
What are you doing, buddy?
You're in the same boat with him.
I'm gonna blast the scroll.
With.
Okay.
Guiding bolt.
All right.
There's a reason for that. Okay, that's 10 to hit.
10 misses.
Then I'll move up
Hey, cleric.
to engage.
You're a cleric, not a warrior. That's what Collin says.
And then, as my bonus action,
All right.
first level healing word on him.
Okay.
Then Morgulog, heal the soul of my fellow comrade. And that's 6 points. Back to you.
6 back. All right.
Thank you.
-9 now. All right. All right.
That's 2 first.
And Cardoma, you are up.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure yet. Yeah, we're near water.
Oh yeah,
Did
you're
you
up.
bring your can of pass?
No, I did
Might
not.
need to open it up. Come on.
As the weakest
Leave it on
person
the
in the
floor.
group, my can of whoop ass is empty right now. Jeez. I think Blade Ward only stops 1 attack, right, guys?
No. Blade Ward makes you.
It's resistance, I believe.
It's resistance to all.
May I look it up?
Yeah. Yeah, it just gives you resistance, so
It's resistance. It doesn't
you're gonna take half damage from nothing.
Collin says, drop down in the boat so I can stand over you.
That's gonna help. Yeah.
It doesn't attack me instead of him.
Not technically.
Put myself
Does
him and
casting
the thing.
right next to me, Bilbo, does it provoke or anything?
No.
Only if it's like what combat is, or what is it?
Yeah.
Certain types,
Like
what?
range spells.
Range spells.
Yeah. My weapon attacks That doesn't. Weapon attacks is not the same as claws and bites, right? What do you think, Bilbo?
I think it is actually.
Yeah, it's piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
A claw or a bite is a natural attack, as a natural weapon.
Is there a difference between natural and
Correct.
weapon?
It's not manufactured.
Yeah.
It's,
Alright,
It's the
so
difference
I'll
between-
just throw Blade Ward up.
Okay.
Try that.
All right. Is that a concentration spell?
Yeah, no.
No?
It just
Okay,
lasts, just a cantrip 1 round.
Oh, okay. So last next. Okay, perfect. Now you have
Just
to
resist
save your
Is
life.
it cantrip?
All right. And you doing anything else then?
I don't think I can move, correct? What?
Well, so that's your action.
You can manipulate
So,
them. You can move or you can
you
manipulate
can-
an item, right?
Huh?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to here.
Yeah, moving provokes.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So yeah, he'll try to claw at you again as you're trying to get away.
He probably hits.
No, just misses.
Oh, wow.
I just missed.
Wow. I'll slide to there.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Nice.
All right, Collin, you are up.
I move into the spot that he was at,
Okay.
in front of the damn thing, drawing both of my short swords,
Okay.
and I will attack.
All right.
Is there anybody else next to this thing besides me?
Yeah.
You mean in threat range or whatever?
Yeah, threatening.
I don't know if technically.
No, I would say no because it came at the back of the wall.
Okay, so I can't use my sneak attack then.
Right.
Alright, so then it is first attack. Does 15 hit?
You do not penetrate through its thick hide.
Oh wow, with a 15. Ouch. That's too bad. That would have been max damage. Alright, second attack. That misses. Action surge to do it again.
Alright, so do an action surge. Alright.
And I miss again. Oh my god.
And
Wow.
I guess just back out of there, human.
oh, yeah, you need a regular and a bonus.
Okay, second shot. Finally! A 19 on the die. Or 18
Well,
on the
at least you
die.
can flail them
So
quickly.
8 points of damage.
8 points.
With
Alright.
that's a magical weapon if that makes any difference. It's a +1.
Okay, perfect. Put 8 on there, Billy.
Billy.
He's good.
Okay, thanks. All right, so yeah, you hack at it. Just some pus comes out of it. Eryn, you are up.
Ew.
Am I able to see them or no?
Huh?
Like, am I able to see the crow thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit it with my bow.
All right.
You said it. Yep. Cool.
22 to hit.
22 hits. Nice.
It's this profile.
So 10 damage.
Oh, I think you adjusted that. Oh, 10?
Yep.
All right, so you hit it, yeah, right in the gut.
Yeah.
33. Perfect, thank you.
Yay! And yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do.
All right.
Stand
thanks,
up.
Eryn. All right, Risna, you are up.
Finally. Is there space in there for me?
On their boat, on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Jump
No,
on it.
no,
Alright, well,
it's out in
Clear
the
some-
water. It's
clear
floating
some
over
space.
the
I'm
water.
coming in.
All right. So are you coming back onto the boat or
I think I have to, right? Is this thing floating or what is
no? It's like hovering. Basically, it's flying. It's flying at basically like the face level of a
And
human.
does it look like there's boat or rock right beneath it, or right 5 feet from between the two of us?
No. Yeah, I think you're on the edge of the boat as it is.
Alright, well, I like to swim, I guess. I'm going to jump on the side of the boat and then slam my axe down on its head.
Okay. All right.
Does It's like an acrobatics check, maybe?
You will give me an attack roll first.
Okay, oh, great. It's even better. That's what I want to see.
I mean, you make the attack midair. Hopefully you land.
That is, wait, I'm going to use one of my dice. I'm going to use one of my dice because that's going to miss. Alright, I'm going to add a d8.
Alright, so you're using
I
one of
already know
your
what 15 misses. But
superiority dice?
yes, I'm using one of those.
Okay.
Alright, so now I'll hit AC 19.
Oh yeah, that hits.
A 15 would hit this one.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it
No,
doesn't.
I've been paying attention there.
It's a bird?
Mm-hmm.
So strong bird.
Alright,
With a
It's a
AC
big bird, man.
That
4
doesn't make
feet.
its
Oh,
that makes
max
its
damage.
AC
Oh,
smaller.
Great.
nice.
11 points.
Alright, throw 11 on it.
Somebody's doing something.
How much? 11?
Yeah.
44.
Alright.
And it's still up?
Yes.
I'm shield bashing it down on the ground.
Alright, so you're gonna try to when you're coming down, you're gonna try to shield bash it.
Yeah.
Alright, into the water.
Yeah, and I'll probably go down in there with it.
Alright, go ahead.
Great.
You need that thing floating.
And that should do it. That's an 18.
Oh yeah, that does it.
Alright, so it gets tripped, and then I guess we're both going in, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so now give me an acrobatics check.
Don't grab the
I'll throw my
beard!
hand out towards Collin, see if he wants to catch me.
Alright, go ahead, give me an acrobatics check.
Alright, here we go. Let's see. Dramire, you hot tonight? Roll me a d20. I'm +2.
For what?
We'll see what happens here.
What's he trying to do to me?
He's trying to grab you.
No, he
Not-
put a
13
hand
total.
out, but he didn't try to grab.
13 total.
Huh?
13 total.
13 total. He's trying to put his hand out to grab on. He jumped off the ledge of the ship, hit the bird, slammed it with its shield, and now is putting up his hand. So I'm going to give you, go ahead and you give me...
I get to manipulate.
Yeah, so I'll give you the option in the sense you could drop your sword and put out your arm and give me an athletics check to grab it. Drop one of your swords.
What happens if he drops if I don't grab it?
This is your action. This is what you get to see what happens. This is what I'm
Do I
giving
see him
you.
going into the water or going into the boat?
He's going to be going into the water. He's putting his hand out. He's slammed into this thing. He's above water. He cracked it with his axe, hit it with his shield. The thing is going down into the water, and he puts his hand out. You can drop your sword and grab it. Give me an athletics check to grab him, or he's probably going to the water.
As long as I can drop it in the boat and not in the water. If I think I'm going to drop my sword in the water, I'm not going to do it.
You can drop your sword in the boat.
Fine, throw it into the bottom
Unless
of the
you
boat,
roll
and I'll try
one
to.
here.
I'll do it once. I'll do it once.
Unless you roll a 1 here.
Yeah, well, we'll try it. Otherwise, I'll be sending him in afterwards anyways.
So you might be falling with him too.
I got athletics.
Yep, athletics.
Thank God for that at least. Oh wait, no, not athletics. I got
Athletics.
acrobatics, not athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, then it's just straight 8.
Straight 8. So he tries to grab you, but misses.
And doesn't grab for the beard.
And now give me an athletics check as you're about to fall into the water to see if you can grab the ledge of the boat yourself.
Alright, go ahead, Dramire. Get me up this time.
A 3 on the die.
I'm going in.
Alright, so he splashes in. The bird, he goes on top of this crow, and they both go underwater.
The only thing I'm good at rolling
So we'll
for
go from there.
So the crow went underwater?
Yeah, the crow, he went right on top of the crow, and he tried to grab you, misses you, tries to grab the boat, and misses the boat, and he just goes crashing down on top of this crow into the water.
He's sturdy. He can hold his breath.
All right,
or she.
Handsome, you are up.
They're both submerged still? Or they...
Yes, both. You just watched them both go into the water with Risna on top of this large crow.
Are they entirely submerged?
Yeah, they're underwater.
Nothing I can do here. Can I? I'll probably end up falling in the water.
It's not as bad as you think.
I inspiration.
All right, so inspiration, and so Collin, you have inspiration.
I have inspiration.
Yep.
A D6
You'll
or a
save
D8?
the day.
I think it's a D6.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat a biscuit. So if you need my help, let me know.
All right, then he eats a biscuit. All right, it's a new round. All right, so
Wow!
The bird comes up.
yeah, the crow comes up out of the water. All right.
And
See
me
what
and Collin
happens
are right
here.
there.
Doesn't provoke?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you a swing. Absolutely.
Alright, I'm taking it.
You'll be at disadvantage though, as you're.
Okay, yeah, that's only fair.
Yeah.
Is this dwarf never learned?
Oh, 17 and that's 3. That's gonna miss.
All right. So yeah, you swat at it as it flies up out of the water. A lot easier than you will be. All right. Who's in that boat? Still?
Me and Collin and Cardoma at
Collin
the
and
edge.
Dramire right
Right
before.
in front of okay, so perfect.
Um,
All right. So yeah, it comes up. It will be between basically at Dramire. Yeah. Thank you. All right.
But my AC's a 17.
Well, that's probably a good thing, man. It might not hit you. It takes a bite, or tries to bite you, but it misses, and it goes for tries to bite your right leg, and in doing so, all right, it hits the side of the boat. It fumbled. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's coming back to me.
Wait,
Alright.
did it fall in the boat?
No, it doesn't. No, it basically hits the side of the boat. When it tried to bite you, its face, its beak hit the boat instead. Alexianna, you are up.
Alright, so. It's right there. I'm going to. Probably pizza. I'm going to hide first.
All right.
And that's a 15.
You're good.
Alright. And 18 AC
You hit.
for 20 points of damage.
Nice.
Boom!
All right. What is it at?
64.
All right, still up. But yeah, you got an arrow in it. Its pus is coming out of its side.
Tough fucking bird.
Ozichar, you are up.
Morgulard, bless my bolts, and I cast Divine Favor as a bonus action.
All right. Was that first level or?
Yeah, first level.
All right.
Now I'll shoot at it. Natural 1.
Ooh.
With Morgulard's favor. He does
All
not
right.
lose.
So.
Roll to hit an ally.
All right.
Also, I got a hand.
Okay, that's right.
All right. So when you do the bolt, your arm cramps up, and so your next next attack that you deal damage on will be half damage.
Damn it.
Half damage.
Yeah, your next attack that you actually hit on. All right. That's Ozichar. Dramire, you are up.
Smack.
All right. What are you smacking it with?
My warhammer.
All right. Nice.
Natural 20.
Oh!
And exploder.
So you take the mace, hit it right
No,
on
it's a
top of it. Warhammer, sorry, my bad, buddy. You take the warhammer, hit it right on its head as you were right there. And it is going to be maximum damage.
And I rolled an
But you
exploder.
rolled exploding, so I'll let you re-roll that die. I'll actually
Oh,
just max
another
that
exploder! Another!
Okay, I'll let you give that to you then. All right.
So
I'm
that's just-
gonna
Then,
go ahead. So what's your total? Say,
so three total. 3 dice total.
Is he?
That's 38, so that's 24.
28
28 points. I'm just smashing.
all right. So 28 points right into its head. What's that put it at, Billy?
28. That puts it at 92.
All right. So yeah. So you see Dramire just smash its head in, and when he does, it blows up. Feathers go
I was
flying.
gonna do something with the body. Come on.
It just sorry, it blows up, and now multiple ravens, these crows come flying out, and let's see where they land here.
Dead crows?
No, living crows. At least look like living.
I need
So put
dead
one
bodies.
on Alex. Come here.
This is a creepy
Put-
ass bird.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Put one on Collin.
Somebody from
Put
Golden
another
Plunder.
one. Here's another one on Collin.
Two
Yeah,
more.
very nice thing or
And then
something.
one on you, Dramire.
I don't want to load me.
And so yeah, so you have these just swarms of crows at the two of you now. But very cool, Dramire. You killed that. All right.
God.
All right, Cardoma, you are up. So you see this thing just blow up. It feathers, blood, these go all flying. But then when its body explodes, these crows just come flying out of its
And
body.
these crows aren't considered small, correct? Crows
They're
aren't
like
considered.
tiny.
Yeah,
Great
dang it,
description,
that
Bobo.
sucks.
I'm blinded though right now, though, right?
Yes. Oh, sorry, you can't see.
I know. Great description. I probably hear it though.
You hear, yeah.
But yeah,
You hear
that's
tons of.
yeah.
Yeah, you hear all that.
So I'm just gonna do false life on myself then.
Okay.
Does anyone remember? Is it a D4 plus 4? Is that?
No,
That was a
it's,
D10.
yeah, it's like a D10.
Am I taking a look real quick?
Oh, you just passed it.
It,
Here you go.
it certainly could be.
Two pages. That, no, one more.
So what does false
D4
life do?
plus 4.
Just 10. Just 10.
Do a temp hit.
Some extra.
D4 plus 4.
That's a D4. That's a D4.
I'll give myself 8 temp, Bilbo.
8. All right, perfect.
And I'm just gonna kind of crouch down and hide in the
Alright.
corner of the boat there.
All right.
Because I
Sure.
can't see, I'm bleeding.
Yeah,
out
you're
my eyes.
bleeding. Your
It's
eyes
nice-
are
it's nice that
bleeding.
it's not.
Collin, you are up.
It's a little more consistent. You're gonna get
Yeah,
a D10.
And so
is like,
these
Yeah,
crows
you're
around me, huh?
Yes.
Now, here's the question. What happens if I use manipulate to pick up, or is it an action to pick up my sword?
No,
What is
it's a free action.
free action to pick my sword up?
Mhm.
Okay. So I will pick up my sword, and I will try to attack one of the crows to start with.
All right.
Well, if you can back up.
Is there
I can
anybody
hit him
else
with
there
one.
next to these crows now?
Well,
Threaten it?
there's Dramire is right next to you.
Okay, so then I can do a sneak attack back. Yay. If I hit.
Oh man. you're cold.
13.
13. Let me
These are
just
crows.
see here. This
Ones.
might hit
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay. Well, then that is 14 points of damage.
All right, Billy, will you put, what are you using? I'm sorry.
Plus 1 short sword.
Plus 1 short sword? Okay, so go ahead and put that on
And then I'm going to take the second attack.
one
The
of them.
other one. Oh, but I don't get sneak attack damage on the second one.
I'm scared of the back, 'cause that's what
Jesus. 16.
That hits.
Okay, well, 11 points of damage. I'm maxed out.
All right, same one there.
Yep, same one.
All right, so what's the total? 25. All right, so that one just, those, as you crush, just swapping through all these crows, that one's gone. That swarm is
All
gone.
right.
Oh, it's a whole swarm
Yep.
in each of these places. Wow. Crazy.
All right, that's Colin. And you doing anything else, Colin?
No, there's nothing else I can do at the moment.
All right, Eryn, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one.
And you even there's a swarm of them. So
Yeah.
it's
Or-
a bunch of birds.
Yeah, I'm
Different
gonna
time to put it in.
hit
Oh, yeah,
towards
you can
the
read it
area
right
of
that
the
works pretty well.
swarm on Cardoma.
It even has a button
Or
called
near
push,
Cardoma.
so
There's
it's
no
stealth.
Carbodomas on the other.
You mean
end.
no? That's Dramire.
Dramire
that's
or
Dramire.
Collin.
Okay.
Expertise ability. So yeah,
Then
you can do that with all
the one
of
on
this.
Oh, yeah, the ones on
On
Collin.
Colin.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and
You
shoot.
put spells in the one way there.
See what happens.
Oh, with distract, distract.
Well, just do your regular and see if you hit it.
Whatever.
Nope.
Nope.
Little risky.
It's like
Oh, you fumbled?
Yup.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Colin's right there.
No.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Alright.
I swear to God. This is worse than the last group I was
Which
with.
one?
No, the last one was dwarves. There's nothing worse than that.
Oh,
Risna can't hear us.
All right, so I need you to go ahead and roll a d6 of damage.
All right, please roll a d6. Oh, 6.
6. So Collin, you get hit right in the shoulder with an arrow for 6 points of damage.
Ah, what the hell?
I yelled.
That was
Sorry.
Ozichar. No, you say that was Ozichar.
No.
You blame another team.
All right, that's Eryn. Risna, you are up. All right, so you are, I believe, in what kind of armor?
Heavy dwarven armor. That's why. Don't even ask. Dwarven. I'm in the heaviest damn armor you can imagine.
All right, so I need you to go ahead and make an athletics check to kind of swim back, to get up, try to grab the side of the boat.
I'm not swimming. I'll wait till my feet touch the ground and I start to climb up whatever it is. I mean, this thing's on a rock, right?
Yeah, the thing is on the rock. Let's see here though. You might be lucky enough. You're in that back part. So yeah, so you go. You're gonna go down. So,
yeah. No, I'm not trying to swim.
Okay. All right.
That's for creatures with soft skin.
All right. So do this for me. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can get your feet on. You get your feet on some sort of rocks there.
Should have stuck with swimming. I was athletics at least. All right, hold on. All right, that is a 7.
All right. So you try to grab or get your feet in your position on rocks, but you go lower than you think. You think you're probably, before you hit some rocks. Finally, you do hit some rocks, but you think you're probably about 15 feet underwater.
That's fine. I don't care. I put away my battle axe, get out my war pick, and start climbing the rock.
All right, perfect. All right, then give me an attack roll.
All right, here we go. That's what I'm good at, sort of. 14.
All right, so you chip in, and we'll say right now you get maybe halfway back out of the water, so maybe about 7 feet as you're chipping your way back up the rock. Out of the water.
Every time. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Handsome, you are up.
Eating a biscuit.
Alright. So how many? There's 2 birds left? Hello, birds?
There's 2 swarms flying around, one on Collin and one on Dramire.
Okay. Collin and Dramire. Oh, Dramire's. Okay. I will target the one on Dramire.
Okay.
With dissonant whispers.
Okay.
So it has to make a saving throw, wisdom save, DC 15.
All right. And what happens to it?
It takes 3d6 psychic damage if it fails, and it uses its reaction to move as far as away as its speed will allow.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Alright. And then I will give Eryn inspiration.
All right. So give an Eryn inspiration.
Yeah.
All right, Eryn.
Maybe next time not hit Collin, hit the bird.
I tried.
All right. And then it's a new round. So the 2 swarms are up. So one's on Collin. Swarms and pecks that with their little beaks at him. There it is. Your armor class is 16, is that correct?
It is 16.
It does hit you, so they're pecking away at you with little beaks here.
I gotta look something quick here.
Alright.
How does that work again? It's been a while since I've done this. Fighter.
What are you trying to do?
Either parry or repost. I gotta see. Oh, but it hit me, so it can't be repost, so it's gotta be parry. I gotta read how it works. Where is the fighter? Damn it. Here it is. Parry. When another creature damages you with a melee die, use your reaction, expend one superiority die to reduce the damage by number you roll on the superiority die plus your dex modifier. Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage, and I'll roll the d8.
Alright, I already rolled damage, so go ahead. Use superiority die.
Yep, so it's going to be 5 and 4 is 9 points I removed from whatever it was supposed to damage.
Alright, so it doesn't damage you at all then.
Good.
I'm back.
Alright, got that. Alright, but and then so then the next one attacks Dramire. And your AC is 17, so it misses you.
Yes.
Alright, Alexianna, you are up.
Alright. We are going to.
The champion.
She's gonna go right up on it with,
Alright.
and pull her rapier
Okay.
and swing on this thing. Alright, I got a hit, baby. So 17 points.
Alright, and are you is it a magical weapon?
No.
It's half that then.
Ooh.
So put 8 points on there.
It's on there.
Thanks. Alright, and then are you done?
Yeah.
So you swat at the crows. Half of them are, a bunch of them flop onto the ground dead. But yeah, you were like, man, I should have done better. Alright, Ozichar, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a bolt.
Alright,
It's gonna be 18, I think.
that hits.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Alright.
2 points actually.
2?
Yeah, I'm cramped up.
Oh, that's right. Alright, so go ahead and put 2 on there. Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Dramire, you are up.
Wait. Is Cardoma still messed up?
He's yeah, his eyes are bleeding.
I'll
Yeah.
make a perception, quick perception check to see if I can see him even. No, I can't see him. I don't care about him.
Okay. Dramire, you are up.
Guy, the one in front of me is still gonna go down. There you go.
I'm looking pretty fucked up.
Okay, for the
Bloody faced.
Yeah, his eyes are like there's blood coming from his eyes.
Yeah, I'll just swing on the one in front of
Bird
me.
Morgan.
That is 24 to hit
That hits.
for 5 points.
Alright, then is it a magical weapon or not?
Nope.
Then
Warhammer.
it's half that, so 2 points.
Yeah, it's rounded down.
Alright, Cardoma, you are up.
go on skip me, he's just holding his eyes.
Yeah, just Alright, Collin, you are up.
So I still got one of those things next to me.
Yep.
Alright, and there's other people there again, so I can just whack at it. Alright. First attack. Swing on it and swing and probably a miss as it's only a 12.
12 hits.
Oh, well, then I did 5 and 4 is 9 points with that one.
What's that one at now?
How much did you?
9 points.
9 points.
That's
Regular
11.
damage. Yeah.
Alright, 11.
Oh, regular damage?
No, he's for
Yeah,
regular.
I
He
have
has a
a
magical weapon.
Magical. Yes.
Both your weapons are
Yes.
magical?
I have 2 plus 1 shirts.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And the next one will obviously hit since that's 16 again, but it's only 6 points.
17.
Alright, still up. But yeah, you slice through it. A lot of the swarm is gone. There's tons of crows, dead crows on top and floating on top of the water. Eryn, you are up.
Bill, I messed up on that spell.
Okay.
You're supposed to
Take what?
you're supposed to take half damage if they succeed at the same.
Oh, okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Alex, will you roll 3d6 for me, please?
Billy, you want to roll?
Got you.
It's psychic damage.
Okay.
11, 16, so 8 points.
8 points. That's the one on Dramire.
Is that 18?
Alright.
Okay, thanks. So what are you doing, Eryn?
going to try and shoot the swarm of birds
And,
again.
Collin again?
No, not trying
Dramire?
to get Collin.
Alright, going on Dramire.
Yes.
Alright, do the orc
Yeah, go
instead.
ahead.
this
Shoot
time.
the orc instead.
Not again.
No.
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 I'm gonna let
That was classic.
So then look at the dial.
It looked like a 6. It was actually a 9. Don't worry.
Alright.
So 18 to hit
That hits.
and 7 for damage.
And so that will be half of that.
So 3, so it's at 21.
Still up.
How are you plus 1?
But yeah, it's messed up. Both sets of these swarms are really dwindling now. Where it's only a few of these wild crows left.
That's right.
So Risna, give me another attack roll.
I can. I just disadvantage.
Yeah, in other words, you probably hit me.
Probably.
That's what
I can't hear you. 9.
9. All right, so you climb up some more, and you just get your head above water.
You're still fighting?
The one you see a bunch of small crows that are at Collin and Dramire's face, and there's a bunch of dead crows around you as you come up in the water, as well as feathers, the big feathers, and this corpse of this other thing that's floating around. It stinks really bad.
I'll be there in a few seconds.
All right, Handsome, you are up.
Is she directly under the birds?
Risna?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up where the dead birds are.
Oh, she's coming up on them. So.
Her head's just sticking out of the water.
Okay.
So if you target anything, it'll just get her in the head. Won't hurt anything.
I hope this works out okay. This is like a 50-50 thing. Well, I'm gonna cast sleep.
They're still gonna fall on her head.
So it doesn't encompass the whole boat. Those things are kind of on the edge, right?
Yeah, they're in front of. They're right in front of Collin and Dramire's.
And
face.
how many is it that you gotta roll?
So I'll try to get it more out in the water
Sure,
as best as I can.
best as you can.
So probably
Yeah,
could
so-
probably could get the 2 swarms, Risna,
Billy
and
or
myself
Alex, you guys want to roll 5d8 for me,
Yeah.
please?
Okay,
without
5d8,
getting
got it.
Collin and.
No, Collin's fine.
I'm not worried about me. I'll be all right.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's nice, actually.
Don't worry
One
about me.
max, 2 minutes. 19 points.
19. Okay. So what's left? What's the total on each one? Of those?
21 and 17.
21, 17.
They both drop.
Yeah, they're both dropping. And I don't
Do they
think there's
all
a-
fall into the water?
Yeah, they all fall into the water. Yeah, on top of Risna.
And they drown.
It's
what I
raining.
thought.
It's raining crows. Hallelujah. It's raining crows.
All right.
Violet
And
numbers
yeah,
are-
Collin and Dramire, I'll come out of combat, but you guys could just hit the ones that just hit the water, and you'll be able to take care of them.
I'll let Dramire do it. I'm pulling an arrow out of my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, so we'll come out of rounds. You do see Cardoma bleeding over there. His eyes. He's holding his eyes.
Yeah, I walk over to him and I grab off my belt pouch. I've got a belt that's got some potions on it, and I grab one and I put it in his hand and say, "Here, drink this. It'll help." It's a cure wounds.
Alright, I'll drink it. So what do I get that?
Rest.
A cure wound.
What's a cure wounds? Is that
It's 1d8.
Potion of healing.
2d4 or is that a 1d8?
1d8.
1d8 plus
What?
1.
So it's what, a potion?
A cure
Sorry.
wound.
Potion of cure wounds.
So cure wounds is D8.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
This changes.
Plus.
For this one, it'd just be a +1. So
Max out. So
9
I am
points.
full.
okay, you're good. All right.
Bilbo, I want to say he's now permanently blinded, though.
Well, you are still blinded. So
Permanently blinded.
Honestly.
as of right now, the cure. Yeah, you're healed. The blood comes off your eyes, but you are blind still. Yes, you are blind
God
right
bless
now.
I want to make him permanently blinded, where even the potion, it heals up his eyes, but they're kind of scabbed over and
Yeah.
clawed in. So
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Kind of blinded now.
Yep.
Oh, that'll look
A
creepy.
sorcerer that's blinded. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, as of right now, he is blinded.
I really
So
hope he doesn't learn Fireball.
None of
I
us
think
do.
the enemy's over there.
Fireball.
Hits the whole group,
all
including
right,
myself.
all
Hey,
right.
Daredevil.
So yeah, so Cardoma, you're healed up. However, you are still blinded. You are not.
You know how to cast clairvoyance?
Yeah.
Ozichar, are you gonna do anything?
Yeah, the side I'm on is out of water, right?
I'm sorry, not Oz. Yeah, your side. Yeah,
Your side is slightly.
you're on this side, the left side, right? Or
No,
the
I'm
right
on
side?
the front side.
The front side.
You're right in the middle.
You're in the, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and go under deck.
I'm
Okay.
getting on back too. I'm getting up there too, from the back, climbing up.
All right, so you get it on the.
Now you want to get off the
And I'm gonna go up to the crow's nest where the crows came out.
Okay.
No, I didn't want to get off the boat. We got it back too soon. So.
So it's yeah. So you're climbing. You're
Yeah, you have climbing
the cat and you're light. So, but it's creaky when you're climbing. It's not.
It might be somewhat broken.
It might be somewhat broken, but because of you being a tabaxi and light on your feet
and
and
having
such,
speed.
you can climb up there to the.
Don't worry, if you fall, you'll land on your feet.
Exactly.
Maybe you might break them.
30 feet below.
Give me a perception check.
Got it.
Thank you.
Toss any bodies down here.
Is there like a
Wait. Is it a
Yeah.
perception check?
Oh my
Perception check, yes.
God. Bad joke.
That's
It
a
isn't a
15.
joke.
All right, perfect. Alexianna. So you get up there
It's
and you
pouring
view and you can
hard.
see off. Still, it's in mist. You guys are still in the fog, but the morning fog off the lake, or not the lake, the ocean. But you do see the Golden Plunder. And they seem to be trying to look at you with a couple spy glasses and such.
Wave.
But you notice on the deck. That really now the damage on top, you can tell like there's like been lightning, like possible like lightning bolts, or maybe lightning strikes from the skies, the heavens. But there's more damage than just the rocks. You also notice too, just being up here, you see there's no bodies. In fact, all you guys get on here, you don't see any bodies. However, and all of you guys will start seeing this. There's a lot of blood, dried up blood in the sense the water hitting it, but it's been like caked in, like it's just
caked in?
like the blood's been here a while.
Gotcha.
Smeared into the pool.
Yeah.
All right, that's an interesting vantage point. Anything in the crow's nest proper, like where this thing was hiding?
Yes. You also find 17 gold pieces scattered on the floor in the crow's nest.
Shinies.
Shinies, yes.
Shinies.
17 gold pieces to take
What?
back to the.
Well, that's the
I have a
Tabaxi.
carrot.
It's a matter of
Oh
who
yeah, I
shares
suppose
it.
she's up in there. All right,
Yes.
we'll see if she's.
That's up to her.
Yeah,
But
all right. I agree.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely wave at the captain.
All right. Yeah, and you'll see. You'll see him wave, and
We look for more gold.
he'll yell out, "Is everything okay there? We saw that big bird. Everybody still all right?"
Nope.
Not quite.
Not quite. Someone's blind.
All right. And I will I'll carefully claw my way back down.
All right.
And
Like we roll jackets.
Is there a below deck on this ship?
So yes. So there's like I said, there's total of 4 sets of stairs that go up to a front deck and the rear deck of the ship. There is also a opening of the hull. Besides this big rock sticking out of it, there's the hull that is open as well.
I'm downstairs searching.
I'll journey below deck.
Same here.
That's where I was headed.
All right. So is everybody heading below deck then?
Yeah.
All right.
Hansom's going where no one else is going.
All right. So where is Handsome going?
I don't care. Wherever no one else is going.
Jesus.
Upstairs.
All right. Let's see
I'll
where.
get my flute out and I'll play some creepy ghost music.
All right. So, well, you would probably think, well, the captain usually lives in the back of the ship, so maybe you go to the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
All right. see what you find there.
Oh God.
All right. The rest of you go head below deck here, and
It's guys we fought with. Yeah.
into the hold here. And this space, there's it looks like once again there's like the wood is rotten. Somewhat of the what the seawater has probably done here a little bit. There is what you see here is some rotten vegetables laying about the floor. There's also another hatch that seems to lead even below to the next deck. The ladders here going up to the upper deck, they seem to be sturdy into the front part of the deck. And then there's a few rooms. Well, you guys are on that side. So this big rock, in a sense, has come through the ship here. Maybe there's enough room for Alexianna to skirt through to the other side of the ship, the rear of the ship that's kind of lowered into the water, if you so choose. But I don't think anybody else could fit through there.
What about me?
Oh, Handsome, yeah, but you guys look and Handsome's not with you.
We lost him again.
First game.
Wonder if there's a way.
As the rest of you went down below, Handsome's missing.
Is there another way to get to the other side of this stone from the outside, maybe?
Yeah, you would just, you guys would have to just kind of climb around the rock.
That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Okay, so
I'm going back up since everybody's down here.
I don't like being by the dwarves, so same.
all right. So let me first let me go to Handsome. So Handsome, you go into what you figure is probably the captain's chamber here, and everything in here is broken. The furniture, the bed, there's gouges in the wood. There's stains of long dry blood on the floor. There's a broken full-length mirror along with a busted sea chest. Tattered remains of once was probably clothes. That's all shredded in here. Just everything has been busted. You do notice, though, which is odd in the sense there's this busted sea chest here, but there's just gold lying all about the floor near the sea chest. Like, whoever busted this isn't interested in gold.
They just cared about breaking everything.
Yeah.
There was a
Maybe they-
Minotaur here?
Well, it's not.
I wonder if Gore
I'll kind of push through the gold, see if there's anything interesting in the pile of it.
Yeah, so you look through and there's nothing else, no evidence of anything of value or nothing else that you kind of, pick up or figure out. Just this gold lying around on the floor, just loose all over the place.
Okay. This room's boring. Over you.
All right. Yeah, and maybe you go to the next room over, which is the quarter deck. And in there, the same thing. Everything's just been destroyed in here. You actually give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Alex, you want to roll for everybody? I am +1.
Opposite. A 4.
Okay, then.
And I got my curse thing too, though.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. We'll use that here. So you notice like there's shots in the walls that must have been some sort of spell that went off in here. Just little char marks here and there. You're not sure what spell, but you see that. You think, just looking around too, it seems really eerie in here. You think maybe like 12 people might have died in this area, in this in this area here, and this is above the captain's quarters.
Okay. I'll sit down and play some soothing music in case there's any souls dwindling about.
All right.
It's okay. Go where you're supposed to be.
All right, and then so Collin,
Yep.
Ozichar, Dramire, you guys all went back on up.
I said I crawled around. I was crawling around the rock to get to the other side.
Yeah, but you had to go up
Okay.
to crawl around.
And then I started looking for it. I don't know. Where's it?
You guys want me to crawl through that?
I'm going around to get to the other side. If you want to look, you can. Otherwise, come with us.
Go through a hole.
Okay.
The monster grabs me and yanks me under. You guys come on.
We'll be there in about 5 minutes.
All right, so Risna, you are staying down below with and Eryn. Are you two staying down below?
You can go up and
Sure.
down around the outside.
All right, and Cardoma, what are you doing?
He's sitting in the boat trying to adjust to his new state. For sure. He's kind of stumbling around a little bit. For sure.
Don't fall over.
He's definitely kind of has his hands out as he tries to walk around a little bit, tiptoeing every step.
Yeah, and you're trying to you hear every all your steps too. You're hearing like creaks in the wood.
Yeah.
Just the warm.
Enhanced other senses.
So he probably walks around a little bit and then he just goes back to the boat after giving up.
Just sits down in the boat right now.
You have enhanced smell and hearing and touch.
Not immediately, you don't just immediately go by.
All right. So
Advanced sense of
So you come around Alexianna, and there's 4 doors, 2 on each side of the ship, and then there's an open hallway leading into a larger chamber on the ship here.
Okay, and everything's closed?
Yep, except for the larger chamber in front of you. So you go, basically, there's it looks like basically 2 rooms on each side, the doors closed, and then an open area down this hall opens up into a larger room.
Alright, and I can hear those guys walking around to the other side?
Yeah, I would say right now, yeah, you hear the creaking of the floor up above.
Okay. So try to make sure that she's going very quietly, so that if the creaking is going on, she can like move while it's creaking, while the other people are doing stuff, so that if there is something down here, can't hear her moving.
Yeah, you're light on your feet. Yeah,
So
you're
she's
not
gonna
really
try to
making any noise. You
Go
hear
up to
them.
like listen to the doors and see if there's any noises coming from them.
Yeah,
on the
so
other side.
yeah, so you if you listen to each of the doors, you're not going to hear anything
Okay.
from any of the doors here.
All right.
Yeah, and one, you're gonna see a sign on the first one, and it's like tarnished nameplate that says storehouse. But the other cabins don't have anything written on them.
Okay. I'll just check out the main room while they're
Okay, so you're gonna look at the main room. All right.
fumbling around.
So here, there once was a door, as now as you approach, but it's been ripped from its hinges, and the frame is just splintered off to the side by something large and heavy that must have ripped this apart.
Okay.
Giants.
It looks like it was once somebody's probably bedroom, but it's shredded. Everything has just been broken into pieces. Nothing seems to be. Looks like you find some paper, like charts, like navigation charts and maps, but they're all shredded, and some are even rotting away from probably from the water that's seeped through here.
Okay.
And you do see some leaking through some holes that have come through as this part of the boat is, partly in the water.
Check out the
Okay. So as you guys up above climb up, and you guys will see Cardoma sitting in the rowboat there. On this side, there is no way, and you guys find. You actually will find Handsome sitting on the floor playing some music, but you do not find a way below deck in this area, and but you
A bunch of people died in here.
but definitely in the sense if you guys were listening to what I was explaining to him, everything's shredded.
Yep.
The room that he's sitting in, there's blood stains all over. Collin, you think at least a dozen men probably died in this room. You do find 312 gold pieces, though, in the captain's quarter laying on the floor.
312?
Any
Yep.
symbols?
No symbols.
Nothing at all.
There's no bodies.
I mean,
There's no weapons.
like symbols
There's lightning
on
on the
the
walls.
board or something on his desk.
No.
You can't
Everything's
tell me.
been broken into pieces. Like, just everything has just been broken. Any clothes, they're all shredded. Blankets, shredded. The hammocks that were in this room where he's sitting, just shredded. Everything is just completely just wrecked.
Does it look like there was any place that might have had that looks like it's been already rifled through? That looked like it may have been like a secret panel or anything, or in the floor or on the walls or anything like that.
No. There's marks on the. There's like you'll see like blast marks on the wall, especially the room that you guys find Handsome in. There's gouges and in the walls. A couple of breaks from probably rock, but in the sense, if it doesn't look like on the floor other than blood stains,
Okay.
and nothing's been.
So I want to go look around and I want to see if I can, using my perceptive skills or investigation or whatever, to try and find if there's any kind of, I'll say to Tabaxi to
She's down below deck.
Oh, she's still down below. I want to look around in the captain's quarters especially and see if there's anywhere that he might have had a private stash that might have been overlooked through all of this.
Yeah, and you look and you don't find anything.
Okay.
Nothing.
Is there a shredded captain's hat in the captain's quarters?
No, there isn't.
No.
No.
Yeah, you didn't even throw me your body. I got
So is there
this new
still a
stuff.
section we can't access? Is that what I understood?
There's a section where only it seems like where you are at, where Risna, if you're still with Eryn down below with Alexianna, that's the side that only Alexianna can get to. But there is another door where you and Eryn are waiting. There is another door as well, on that part, so the front of the ship.
I'll go open that door.
All right. So in there, you do see some stairs leading down, and also in here, you think this is probably the crew's quarters. There's tattered hammocks just ripped. There's deep gouges cut in the floor. There's a few spots of old dried blood. And instead there's the stairs here that lead seem to lead down below.
Can I look at these gashes that have survival? Can I check? Do I know what these are made by? Animal or blade?
You can't really tell. It looks like almost in the sense of a mix. Like there's gashes of blades and like even like axe marks. But then there's also like large, what you think might be even claw marks, you know. And
Like
what's
mostly
amazing
from
too,
the
though,
throat?
is there's no bodies. There's no bodies whatsoever, but all this blood here. Not a single bone or anything.
All right, let's go below deck.
Yeah, you couldn't throw me a bone. You could
Yeah, we can't go below deck.
Yeah,
I found
they
another
can.
stairs down, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Well,
They're up above. You found it even below, further below deck here.
Let's go, Eryn.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys are heading below.
I'm heading back to the boarding bar with Cardoma.
You're heading towards Cardoma?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to give me a medicine check?
Yep. Medicine. Fumble.
All right.
So 7 total.
All right. Never mind.
Now we know why he's permanently blind.
Yep.
There, you gotta rub some feces in it. That's what the orcs do.
Cardoma, your wish is my command. you
Yeah,
are,
they cut away his eyelids.
I don't wish to be touched by the death cleric anyway. You'll rot my eyeballs from the inside.
all right.
I could.
All right. So you go below. Yeah, and I'll let me do yeah, this part will be interesting, really interesting. So let's do this. Yeah, so give me a perception check, Risna, at advantage.
Wow, shit. 10.
All right, so and that's luckily, thank goodness you made that. All right, you because of your dwarven ability, you see something off at the front of the ship when you go down the stairs. Something doesn't seem right, even though you haven't been on ships that much. But you think there's a secret door at the very front of the ship, and you realize that there might be an extra space at the front of the ship. Not much space. But you figure it out that, yeah, there's a secret door. And it looks like it can only be opened via
With
this.
an axe.
Well, that might work. That'll definitely work. But this side is what you this figure.
Wait, from this side? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that it can only be opened on this side, like not the other side.
Well, that makes me nervous and also excited. We open it.
All right. So this is it's just a very small hold, and you see this basically a dried out body, dressed in tattered, just
I need the money.
tattered clothes. He's holding a short sword in one hand, and he has a gold ring on his on a bony finger, and you see a spilled bottle of ink, a melted candle, and a rotten feather quill that sit beside him. It looks like he was a human at one
Was he
time.
writing something?
Possibly. Give me another perception check.
Normal.
Yeah, this one's normal.
13.
All right. Why don't since
I need the body. Bring the body.
Aaron's with you. Eryn, give me a perception check.
Roll 20, sorry.
19 on the die.
Perfect. Eryn, come here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
In this small little hole in the ship, you find this crinkled up paper. You can pull that out and
It's burnt on some parts.
All right,
show it
well, she
out
takes the
on
paper. I'll take
on
the
top.
sword and the.
Show it to the camera there. There we go.
Well, she takes the paper. I'll get the sword and the ring.
All right, perfect.
I come.
If you want to go ahead and read it.
We're all coming.
Okay.
We're all on our way down there.
So it says, I never thought I would meet my fate in a box. After days, this hold is stuck fast, and I'm at the very end of my strength. This box was made to smuggle goods, not people. I thought I was so smart to hide it in here from the foul beasts that overran the ship. Will someone find me, or will my wounds end my life? This doesn't look good for me. It's a hard thing to look death in the face, but I guess I must. My only regret is that my mother will never know my fate. If anyone finds this, please see that my ring makes it back to her. Charlotte Case of Runburn Port. The foolish captain thought could get the ship close enough grab the gems that littered the something. It's burnt right here, so I can't really read that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a trap to lure someone, I guess, to the arms of these devilish creatures. Oh god.
Guess we found the hags after all.
Yeah, it's getting hard to read out.
Just read the words.
Okay.
If you can.
It looks like tomorrow. I don't know. What they are, or were they? They looked dead. They lumbered something that the Walking Dead do. What they were. And half a word. The undead always have something. Who is the master of these something? Whatever gods may be. Looks like a G? Greer Chase, I guess.
Alright.
So, anyone can make out any of the words better.
Good job.
Good job.
Some
Well,
deep stuff.
All right, so I will. So
Sorcerer read it.
damn.
It's not in Braille.
It looks like the first letter to that name is a V.
Okay. In my opinion, it looks like a G, but okay.
Because there's a space in between. So it's either a U or a
Elf.
G.
You want the short sword?
Me?
Elf.
I already have a short sword.
Oh,
So.
probably not this good.
Okay. Sure.
I'll give it to you.
I'll get it.
all right. Just so you guys know, up on top deck, there's also the front of the ship that you guys haven't investigated. There's a door there.
You mean the forecastle?
Yep. You've been to
Looks
the
like
back.
a necromancer could
Let's
be
go
pulling
there.
some dead. or even a cleric of my
Yeah, all right.
sorts.
Well, if they're down there, then I suppose we should go into the front and check that out.
All right. So here you believe was probably like the crew's mess up here, and it is this room is not in as bad shape as the other places. There's still a couple of chairs and tables intact and still sit upright, amazingly enough. There are a few broken wine bottles, scattered cards, reveal that they must have been playing some sort of game before maybe they were called to battle or whatever. There's
Slide off the table.
there's some unlocked hinges that lead below to the below deck to the next level. Also, scattered on the floor is
More money.
more gold. Another 13 gold pieces in all, just scattered here on the floor.
Okay.
I'll pick up the cards.
And then the galley that's attached to here, to this part, there's just here. There's some several breaks here in the wall and the deck here. There's just everything in here is just utter shambles. Any food that might have been here is molded away long ago.
Yep.
Give me a perception check, Collin.
Switch dice. Perception. Ooh, nice. Let's see. It's 24.
All right. 24 is perfect. So you do see engraved that the name of the ship was called the Flying Fortune.
Unfortunately, nobody put good in front of it.
Yeah. It's flying
Rebel?
bad fortune. All right, so it's the flying fortune.
Yeah, and yeah, everything else. Anything else? It's just
Nothing else
nothing
stands out.
else here.
There's no crates or anybody or
No. Anything that's left here has been just wrecked. Like I said, any of the foodstuffs that were in here just spoiled.
Okay.
It's rotten. There's nothing of value here.
Okay.
Okay,
What was you gonna say, buddy?
I'm gonna do something with the body. Where is that?
What body?
With what body?
Oh, that body in the room.
Down below?
Yeah.
Oh, when you go down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to cast. I'm gonna say this. I say, let your rest not be in vain. In case we have more to fight, until we have gone to rest. And I cast Necrotic Feast at first level.
Necrotic feast?
Yep.
So you're gonna eat the dead body?
No. I touch the corpse of a smaller or larger creature that was slain in the past. Oh, never mind. That doesn't work.
Live in the
Yeah,
past
it's-
what?
Hour.
Hour.
That's not gonna work then. I
Okay.
Well, there fizzled your spell.
No, you don't.
Casted it, didn't
I-
work.
All right. It's fine, buddy.
I know that. I just didn't know it was past
Alright,
hour.
spice it up with me.
He's got to find something for a blind
So,
bastard.
let's go back to Alexianna. So, Alexianna, so you're checking these cabins and such. One of the cabins is empty, except there's a few pieces of looks like just barely, recognizable furniture, but it's destroyed. Another cabin. Here, there's like a breach here, where there's some water that seeps into the bottom of the floor here, and it's just kind of, you just get the smell of the salt sea here that's been in here. The next cabin here, there's a bunk here, and it's completely intact. and it's been spared both of the weather and whatever attack is.
Wow.
Give me a perception check.
No. 19.
Perfect. You find a small leather bag of coins that's stashed under the bed. It contains 12 platinum pieces
That's
and a small silver butterfly pendant. And it's worth 120 gold.
So that's 240 gold. Okay. Yeah, that's 240 gold.
The ship's stores here. This has been the lock here has been broken, and here things here has just been battered. Here everything is boxes have been broken. There's like hundreds of feet of rope in here. There's a bag. Well, once a bag. There's a bunch of nails that are loose now on the floor that's open. There's a leaky barrel of snuff, but it's watered down. And just a lot of other things that are mold of age. As the waters leak through this area. Give me another perception check.
Which?
Perception. Sorry.
Wow, 19 again.
Nice. So yeah, you're definitely on it. You do manage to find a case that hasn't been broken.
Okay.
And inside it are 12 bottles of this reddish rum-colored rum. And you think it's probably worth maybe 10 gold pieces a bottle.
And there's a whole case, huh?
Yep.
So 12 of them?
Yep.
So it's another 120 gold. That racked up to 360.
And so that's kind of what you find in those areas. So.
Right. And these are each like rum size, like a quart size.
Yeah, they're a bottle basically, like yeah.
Like
Well,
this.
not that big.
Not that big.
No, they're small. There's more just regular bottles.
Yeah.
You know, probably
So
like
I can lift
more
it.
like this size.
I can pick up the case and carry it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not a big. Yeah, they're not big bottles. They're more like this.
Pints.
All right. So yeah, so you guys, is anybody gonna bring Cardoma down with you guys, or?
No, she's
After I check
Well,
on the body,
let
I
me go back to the very lower deck. Back to you guys down below at the very bottom deck where Eryn, excuse me, where Eryn and Risna are with the body, and Dramire makes his way down there. Off to the side where the boulder. Or this rock, not boulder. So this huge rock is jettisoned into the ship. Here, you actually see a hole, a large hole. Well, probably about 6 feet, in that's open into the rock, going down.
Now we're talking.
Let's go. Go get the captain.
Just a second. Yeah, I'm gonna go back
And
up.
this is where we'll stop for the
Oh!
Get the captain? Of what? I'm the captain of the caves. Let's go.
Captain Caveman.
And this is where we'll stop for the night.
Hey, you and me can just leave.
Can Risna put foot on solid ground?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Solid
That's
stone.
where we stop.
we got somebody we gotta take back to the ship anyways, because he can't see.
And we gotta take Cardoma back and get the captain. And
Or we got it.
Or you just take Cardoma with you. Figure it out.
Still gotta flag the captain down.
Yeah, I mean it's dark. She wouldn't be able to see anyways.
All right, so I'm going to sign out here.
right.
So
Hey,
thanks for our viewers
need a
that were
torch for
watching
that one,
tonight. You can go back and watch actually any of our past episodes out on YouTube. I thank you very, very much for our viewers. We will be back in 2 weeks, as next week we will be doing the Dark Stories of Koran next Saturday night. And also Wednesday night, 7:30 Central Time. We do Tales from the Yawning Portal, and we are in Dead and Fae, where they are all tied up. No, not everybody. A couple people are laying on the ground, a bunch of blood vines trapping them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It'll be fun as they go further into the blood pens.
Such a level 9 characters getting their ass kicked by some zombies.
How level 8?
Exactly,
That's
that's beautiful. And so I'm going to sign out.
Remember, School of the Geek, pass it on in. Good night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
That was a good one, Dramire.
I assume I'm signing out, right?